Good morning, student. Today we will do another experiment of analog and digital communication lab. So the experiment is, or the aim of the experiment is, construct the circuit and determine the output of a TDM signal or time division multiplexed signal. For this experiment we require DCS kit, means digital communication trainer kit, communication system trainer kit, then connecting cords, power supply and digital storage oscilloscope. First we discuss about the theory part of this experiment. So first, what is multiplexing? Multiplexing is a technique in which multiple data signals can be transmitted over a single communication channel. In which multiplexing technique, data signals are transmitted over a single channel in different time slots is known as time division multiplexing. So, in case of time division multiplexing, the complete channel bandwidth is allotted to one user for a fixed time slot. One may need to differentiate between the various signals for proper data transmission. So in TDM, the complete signal gets transmitted by occupying different time slots. Okay, and the circuit that combines signal at the source end is known as multiplexer, and at the receiving end the circuit used to separate this signal is known as demultiplexer. So let's see this diagram. In this diagram, source ABC wants to transmit data through a common medium. Thus, the signal from the three sources is divided into multiple segments. The signal from source A divided into three segments like this: source B, source C, means one complete signal divided into three segments. So, by taking one segment from each source, the multiplexer form one frame. And always remember, each segment having a fixed time slot, because we divide the bandwidth as per time slot. So time slot is fixed for each source, and as per that time slot the signal is divided into multiple segments. So by taking one segment from each source, the multiplexer form one frame. So here three frames are formed, as three sources are present and each source having three segments. So here two frames are formed. As these segments are entirely different from each other, thus the chances of unnecessary signal mixing can be eliminated. When a frame gets transmitted over the particular time slot, the next frame uses the same channel to get transmitted, and the process is repeated until the completion of the transmission. So this is the basic principle of TDM. Here we have taken the example of three different sources, but one can perform multiplexing of n source signals. Both analog and digital signals can be multiplexed using TDM. means time division multiplexing, but its processing technique allows the multiplexing of digital signals. So this one is the connection diagram of this experiment. Here we take 4 signals as input to the 4 channel multiplexer. One is the 250 Hz signal, then 500 Hz signal, then 1 kHz signal, then 2 kHz signal. The 4 signals are generated by the function generator, and the clock generator generates the clock signal that is given here for the 4 channel. Okay, and here we have to set the clock generation to group 2, that is GP2. Here it is showing GP2. We have to set the LED to GP2. Then this part is the transmitter section. Here we give 4 inputs, and at the output we get our TDM waveform. So as per our experiment, we already discussed about the transmitter section of TDM, or how we generate the TDM signal. So in the receiver side we use demultiplexer, which helps to separate the combined signal that is transmitted from the transmitter section. Then the multiplexer separate the 4 signals and give it to the 4th order low pass filter, and at the output of the low pass filter we get our original signal. So at the end of the experiment we can compare the output signal with the input signal given in the transmitter section. So here we take clock frequency of 32 kHz. Okay, 32 kHz. And for complete operation, that signal transmitted from the transmitter section and at the receiver section it is recovered back. For that we connect the TX CLK with the RS CLK and TX sync with the RX sync, means transmitter clock and sync pulse with the receiver clock and sync pulse. Why? To provide the timing and synchronization information to the receiver section that helps to recover the original signal at the output. Okay, so this is all about the theory part. Let's do the experiment now in the trainer kit. Let's do the experiment. So this one is the trainer kit, this is the DSO, and this one is the power supply. So for today's experiment we have to set the clock generator to group 2. Okay, here you can see the LED is glowing near GP2, means group 2. For this experiment we need to set it to group 2. Then we set the frequency to 32 kHz. So using switch S2 we fix or select the frequency to 32 kHz. So for time division multiplexing in transmitter section we need a mux, and at the receiver section we need a demux. And here you can see 4 ports are present. So for this experiment we take 4 inputs from this function generator. So first we connect the input to the multiplexer input. So first we give 250 Hz input to IN7, then 500 Hz input to IN8, then we give 1 kHz input to IN9, then the last input, that is 2 kHz input to IN10. So we give our inputs, and at this point TXCLK, transmission clock pulse, we can observe our waveform here. We set the clock pulse here at clock generation or clock generator we can say, and we can observe the output at this point. So for observing of output, first we take a ground point and connect it here, then we observe the output. So see here, this one is the clock pulse given to the mux. Okay, then here at this 4-channel mux, these 4 pins are used to give clock pulse to individual channels. So for channel 1 we can observe our waveform at TP1. See here, this one is the clock pulse given to channel 1, then this one for channel 2, then like this we can see all 4 clock pulses given to different channels. Okay, then at this out 5, okay, here you can see out 5, here we can observe our time division multiplexed output. So this one is our time division multiplexed output. So in this waveform, samples of each channel taken, means here we use 4 inputs, means 4 samples are taken and form one frame. Then again this is repeating again and again. For that this type of waveform is coming out. Okay, next, this is all about transmitter section. Then we go to our receiver section. For that, first we have to give the timing and synchronization information from the transmitter section to the receiver section. So TXCLK, here we have to give in RXCLK. Okay, then TX sync given to RX sync. Okay, so this is for time and synchronization information. Then we give the output of the mux to the input of the demux, that is IN23. Okay, so here 4 outputs are present. Here we can see our outputs, but we never get a pure waveform at this point, because to get a pure waveform we need a low pass filter. So we connect the outputs to the out 16 to the input of a low pass filter. Here is the low pass filter. So out 16 connected to IN34, then IN14 given to the IN35, then out 18 connected to the IN36, then out 19 given to the IN37. Now we can observe our waveforms here. So first one is out 31. So here you can see 499.4 Hz means 500 Hz, means this one is the 500 Hz signal that we give in the input. Then next out 32, here you can see 1 kilohertz, nearly 1 kilohertz that we give in the input side. Next one we see here, see third channel, that is 2 kilohertz that we give at the input of the transmitter section. Here at the output we are getting our proper signal, that is 2 kilohertz. Then last one, that is out 34. So see here, this one is the 250 hertz that we give in the function generator. So here we can observe our inputs. This one is the 250 hertz that is given in the function generator. Then 500 hertz, one second, this one is the second input, that is 500 hertz. Then this one is the third input, 1 kilohertz. See here at the DSO, that is 1 kilohertz means 1000 hertz means is 1 kilohertz. Okay, then fourth one 2 kilohertz. Here you can see 2 kilohertz given. So as the input given in the function generator, at the output of the low pass filter we get the similar input signal. So this is all about this experiment. Thank you.